bummed out because what I've seen of Zelda so far, there are like these glaring flaws in Zelda that I already see that this game straight up doesn't have. And
it's just not receiving the accolades.
But
I mean,
yeah,
it's and to its credit, like I mean, and I haven't seen the Metacritic score or anything like that. IGN gave this game a 9.3 out of 10, which it rarely does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a really, really, really good rating.
Do you remember who reviewed this game?
I can look it up, but I
don't
look
it up real
quick.
quick. Because here's the other thing that bothers me a little bit, and I totally understand people doing this, where like so. You wouldn't put a guy super unfamiliar with football to review Madden, right?
Probably not.
No, you wouldn't want to do that because they're gonna be like, "This game fucking sucks."
I don't understand
Football
what's
sucks.
happening.
So like you definitely, but like IGN put and God bless him, dude. I love Jose Otero. He's
Lucy O'Brien. Lucy O'Brien.
Oh, see, I fucking love
good?
Lucy. Yeah,
Okay,
Lucy's
cool.
the shit. People really don't like Lucy for various reasons. Augie doesn't like Lucy a whole lot. I fucking love her, dude. I think she's a really, really good writer. See, now I've got to go back and actually, because like
I haven't read the whole thing because I was one to play.
I didn't want to hear anything about it, so I just jumped into it. But now I'm super curious because I love Lucy. I didn't even mean to.
Adorable.
But Jose Otero is like their Nintendo guy for the most part, you know.
He wrote the Zelda review.
And he wrote the Zelda review. Like him and Fran and like there are like Nintendo people
like
over there
writing the Zelda review.
Yes, it very much is. It's like getting our pal Jeremy.
We got a buddy Jeremy who is like the biggest Nintendo freak that I can think of.
Yes. Lucy is more just like Lucy digs video games, you know. So she does. I don't even know if she has like a specific
like
counsel or anything that she's. Yeah. She's great. So I feel like her her review is going to be a little bit more objective. Or subjective. I'm sorry. Objective.
You got it.
Subjective. Not that. Not that. I'm sorry, I'm starting to have a little...
We know. But yeah, no, that's definitely a good point. And it would just be similar, like, you know, we were just talking about, we're all biased for PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know, we love PlayStation.
Yeah.
And we only want good things for PlayStation.
And I read a little bit of Jose's review, and like, off the bat, because again, I didn't want to read too much because I don't want to, like, have anything spoiled for me. But Jose's review also seemed to be super on point, and he's making really good, you know, points.
That's why he works for IGN.
Fucking A. Fucking A.
Should we get into Zelda?
Yeah, as much as we can.
Yeah, I have played nothing of it so far.
I don't have a Switch.
So
I'll tell you why I haven't played anything of it, because first of all, I've been playing this, and second of all, Mass Effect comes out in less than 2 weeks. It's like a weekend, 2 days away. I'm fucking freaking out. But I don't want to be.
I know it was that close.
Yeah, it's so close, dude. It's insane. I don't want to be. I don't want to be like in the middle of playing Zelda and like.
You have to switch to Mass Effect,
because
I will definitely
drop
switch to it.
Yeah, exactly. I will drop. No, even if I'm literally 5 minutes away from beating this game, I will stop playing it and play Mass Effect.
Here's what I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, and we were talking about this a little bit.
No, I know. But something else like just dawned on me.
Oh,
So in the same way that like I'm going to say what I said before is that like Zelda is a relatively aimless game. It's not super driven by its story, you know. So it's not one of these games where it's just like, oh, I can't remember what's going on. I have a hard time getting back.
So you have to start over or something.
Right, exactly.
Like Mass Effect is.
The other thing about it is that even if Zelda was a hardcore narrative-driven experience, you're gonna smoke through Mass Effect the same way that I'm going to.
Yeah.
Where like even by the time that you're
yeah.
done with Mass Effect, you're still gonna be able to pick up in Zelda.
I see what
you know what I'm saying. So like
that's a good point.
You've got a week and a half, dude, where you can sit around, enjoy.
I also don't have as much time to play video games as I used to, though.
Right, true, because you're not a lonely person with.
That's not what I was trying to get at.
Right? No.
But
no, you're not a drunk.
It's just lording it over.
Yeah, you're not a drunk basement dweller. I get it.
Wow, this took a dark turn. I'm sorry, guys.
It's been a rough day. I've had a hard day.
Yeah. I've had a couple hard days, but yeah, no, it's definitely something where like games are taking me longer to beat than they used to.
Yeah.
Now that being said, I have 3 days off for Mass Effect, so like I will do as much as
Zelda
I can in that 3 days. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat it though, because those Mass Effect is one of the only games where like I must do everything. Like there are very few games I feel this game is not one of them. I know I'm not gonna do every fetch.
Oh,
quest.
real fast?
Yeah.
This game fucking glitched out on me.
Yeah, I feel so bad for you.
And like a really important thing, there's like a super awesome item that I can't fucking get.
Yeah.
So I won't be able to get the trophy. I'm sure there's
So
a trophy
sorry.
for it. And it's like one of the coolest items in the game.
Yeah.
And I can't get it.
It truly is too. I won't say what it is, but
you poor
that
nerd.
sucks, man. I'm
It's
so
horseshit.
I'm
It's
so
horseshit.
sorry.
It does.
But that's also a testament to how good the game is, because even
You
though
don't
that
give a
item
fuck.
glitched out, I'm still on my TV right now. Like I haven't even fucking. I'm just letting it burn
He's
into
doing
the screen.
end game stuff.
Yeah, I'm just getting campfires and clearing out fucking places after the game is over. It's outstanding.
Plus the armor because you can the armor you have is awesome.
Well, yeah, my armor is sick.
pretty
Pretty good.
You
You can't see me, bitches. Like I just keep fucking.
For real, dude.
I will run in front of
Amazing.
machines. I'll run in front of
machine
them.
literally
It's
walked past
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It scared us walking past.
Yeah.
you, and it's still.
Yeah.
We were startled.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I did, but
And even if you said that, I wouldn't have known you were there.
yeah.
Like, oh yeah. Awesome.
But yeah, Zelda is I just started like playing it really because now I'm done with like the official stuff that you've got to do in Horizon. The story is over.
Yeah, you're just doing endgame stuff.
Yeah, and I was kind of hopping back and forth between Zelda, and I came up with all these kind of issues with it, where like I found it like where like there are these times of just like, oh, the music is awesome, and this is super pretty, and it feels like serene, and it feels nice. It's a relaxing game, but then, you know, there are times when I get in there and I just find it to be like really, really frustrating, and there were, you know, when you get hung up on a fucking rock, when you're trying to roll away from a big, you know, machine and you get hung up, or something like that, like that's bound to happen. But I mean, like, that's not necessarily the mechanics of Horizon, you know.
Yeah.
Mechanically, there are
I
things.
fucked up and fell down a rock cliff. Like that's me.
Right, exactly.
I made a mistake.
This
is the game. Clearly.
I rolled.
And I
but
feel that way all
rolled.
the time. I feel like my brother. I feel because like I remember my brother and I used to play Sega Genesis together.
I backed myself into a wall.
And
This game is flawed.
Well, Pat would do two things, right? We would play NBA Jam, and I would jam all day, and he would flip out. He's like, this aren't even fair, Tiernan. All you do is fucking jam.
It's called NBA Jam.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And then Pat would be playing like Aladdin or whatever, and Pat was always so much more pent up than I am. Like, I'll give you a quick example, a quick aside, okay? So we used to have this.
Because I've only ever seen Pat super calm and awesome.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
seen Pat angry or
Pat's,
fucked up.
Pat's a complete wreck. Oh, I mean, he's the most anxious fucking. So it was winter time, and in the woods near my house, there was like this little pond, right? We used to call it Pea Creek because
Is this the tree incident?
the tree incident. No.
Oh, no,
What
that's
tree?
with you.
The Vine incident?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's a whole different thing. We'll get to that.
There was this like small lake or pond, I don't know what to call it. We used to call it Pea Creek because we would go back there and we would pee in it. So it was iced over.
Fair enough.
And me and my brother are walking on the ice, and my buddy Stumpy is off on the shore, and he's like, "That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea." and me and Pat, me and Pat are Pat and I are in our like winter regalia, you know, so like wearing snow pants and boots and you know big jackets and this kind of thing.
Stuff that weighs you down.
Yeah. So
Stuff that helps you sing.
we fall through the ice, and we're pretty far apart from each other, and like an asshole, I didn't once, I didn't think about
Your younger
is
brother.
Pat gonna be able to make it out of this? All I'm thinking of, and I'm backstroking. I'm like, what an idiot. We're a bunch of idiots, huh? And I'm just trying to get out of the water. Pat's losing his shit. And Stumpy eventually gets him out with a big stick or whatever. Totally saved my brother's life while I'm fucking backstroking out of the piss water. And but yeah, either way, I'm the backstroker. Pat's the type of guy. Nowadays he would help himself, and I'd be flailing around in the water. But either way, Pat would he would freak out at the Sega Genesis and accuse the game of cheating. The game, and it used to crack my parents up. He's because clearly the game's not cheating. He's just bad at the game. so that's I think that's the difference, right? Where mechanically this game is sounder.
Sound, yeah.
That this game never gets in your way. It never. I was rarely irritated unless I was doing something wrong. In Zelda, there's these controls are dated. This stamina thing is annoying. Sure, it's going to get better, but I have to work my ass off to make it better. This whole weapons breaking is basically an excuse to make you go loot stuff. Now the loot feels good, So when you get a new bit of armor or a sword or something it's neat, but it's more of it's just more of a reason to go into that dungeon than oh, I want to go into that dungeon because
It's sort of that Assassin's Creed thing where you just kind of going to gather everything to get a new something or other.
Kind of. It's unique in it. I feel like it's unique in its this is a bad lazy idea, well hidden. Where it's an open world. They want you to go explore. They want you to do these things, and they want you to find these new items and weapons. But the way to keep you doing that is to just break your fucking weapons all the time, which is irritating. It's legitimately irritating.
That already sounds annoying.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where again and I've only played hour and a half worth of Zelda, so we'll talk more about it later.
But we all have some experience with it.
But I am, as of this moment, I'm pretty confounded, where it's just they're flummoxed by oh, Zelda's a fucking clear 10 out of 10. Everybody loves Zelda, it's a 10 out of 10! And this is just oh wow, it's a surprisingly awesome game. But it's not,
It's not 10, it's no 10, it's no Zelda.
Yeah, where's Zelda?
Yeah. Oh man.
Whatever.
It happens. Night in the Woods, though. That's a 10 out of 10.
Segway.
I'll get it.
Back to the news.
Well, what did you want to talk about?
I want to talk about reasons why you stop playing games. Yeah.
Stop.
Couldn't do it.
This is a cool
Couldn't
topic,
go
actually.
for
I
it.
like your topic.
Yeah, so I've been playing XCOM 2, which is a game I didn't expect to beat at all.
I did not beat the first one.
Because I did not beat the first one either.
It's hard as shit.
It fucking sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
And I only beat this one because at some point I started abusing autosaves very heavily.
Did they not have that option in the first one?
I don't think it autosaved as regularly as I wanted it to.
Peebert, quick story for you because I'll forget this. I was playing XCOM 2, and so I ran into this weird glitch that happened on multiple missions before. I was just I can't in good conscience continue this. The game glitched over 4 or 5 missions where the enemy would not move during their turns. They would just not do anything. They would just stand there. So for like, and one really hard one where.
That's ludicrous.
Do you know? I know. I was telling my buddy Andy about this, and he's like, "You are such a fucking pussy. You should have just turned that shit right off." And I was just like, "Absolutely not." You know,
I'm taking it right.
You should have gone to the final mission.
You know where the UFO shoots you down, and you got to like put all your guys out on the board, and that was one of the missions where not one of them moved once or shot. They did nothing. So basically,
and they keep sending people.
Yes, they did keep sending people.
Just
but
stack
like,
those
dude,
levels.
I wouldn't allow myself to do that. But for I did go in there and just massacre everybody, dude. And like I let that happen because what'll happen is like. I would forget and be like, all right, I'm going to tweak this, this, and this, and this. And then I'm getting to the next mission and be like, oh, I forgot. Nobody does anything. So eventually I like shut my system down and it started working again. But go ahead.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh, it was outstanding, dude. I couldn't believe it.
Ridiculous. But it's a game, XCOM 2 is something I never expected to beat. And it's very much a game I expected to have fun with, play like halfway through, and then just drop off because I lost my entire squad or something upset me. I expected to get angry at this game and stop playing it.
Okay.
That's just one of the ways I've stopped playing games.
Yeah, I've done that. I did that with the first game, first XCOM for sure. I did that with Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, those games.
Yeah.
I've done that with every Dark Souls game.
I did,
and Neo.
I didn't really play enough of Dark Souls 2. I lost it. I lost interest in Dark Souls 2. So I
We
guess
had a
that's
lot of
another-
fun beating Salt and Sanctuary.
Yes, we did. It's fucking so good. Dark Souls 3 I beat, and Demon Souls I eventually beat.
Over time.
It took me about a year, but I did it.
Good job.
But yeah, a lot of the games that, like, a lot of the things that I've stopped playing games for are, like, I tried playing Watch Dogs 2 recently, and, man, that's an uninteresting game.
Yeah.
I just did not give a fuck.
That was a very bold statement.
I didn't like it a whole lot. Like, nothing
I like
about
the first one better.
I agree.
Wow.
I totally agree with you. I beat the first one.
Me too.
I platinum the first one.
Whoa!
I do not.
Now, did you have
like
fun
that
platinum it?
No,
Oh yeah, no. That was during your. Are you still on that? Are you still
that
platinum?
platinum?
I'm gonna platinum Night in the Woods.
Okay.
Okay.
And my platinum XCOM 2.
Just fun.
Horizon.
Oh, good.
Might not
Yeah.
Horizon is one you should platinum, I think.
Yeah, that's an easy platinum, especially for you. You'll destroy that platinum.
Yeah. But like that's so
Maybe.
lack of interest in the story or characters is one reason why I stopped playing. Another recent one that I stopped playing. God, I'm seeing a trend. Last Guardian, I stopped about midway through. But that's because that game has some serious fucking flaws, like infuriating flaws. Controls, camera angles, little shit that should not be problems.
With that game.
And it's just it was not okay.
Mm.
So yeah, those are a couple of the reasons that I've stopped playing games midway through.
I mean, I stopped playing games midway through all the fucking time
Yeah.
for various reasons. You know, I
Time
mean,
constraints.
yeah, time.